Hey guys, welcome to the Worship Guitar course. In this lesson you are going to learn how to play in the key of E on 3 different levels. Level 1, which you probably already know, E, C sharp minor, B, A. Level 2, add your 2 and 3 chords, F sharp minor, 3, A with a different shape, B also with a different shape, C sharp minor, back to E. And the third level, you're going to learn some slash chords, A slash C sharp, E with a different shape, A also with a different shape, B, G sharp minor with a different shape, that sounds beautiful, F sharp minor, E slash G sharp, A at 9, B, E, and some others. Cool. So let's jump right in with level 1. If you haven't already, download the PDFs for this, for each level, and they're free of charge. You can get it on our website in the link in the description, and then we'll get going. Okay, so here we see the first couple of chords. The E there is on the 7th fret, so index finger on the 7th fret there, and then the 2 fingers, skip a fret, and then add the other 2 fingers. All the other strings are open, 0, 7, 9, 9, 7, 0, 0. Really nice chord, you can really like just down, down, down. Okay, then you take the same shape and move it down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, up to the 4th fret with your index finger. And then you need to mute the E string. So the way you can do this is with the index finger, but I like to do it with my middle finger going over, just touching the wood right over there. So you want to touch that wood there. Don't put it on the string, put it on the wood so that the bottom of the finger just touches your string there. Okay, so it should sound like this. Also add this finger there, but then it makes the muting a little bit harder, so I like to keep it there. Hosanna is a really nice song to learn if you're learning the key of E. Okay, C sharp minor, B, so go back 2 frets, mute the top string as well, 2 frets from the C sharp minor, and then A, sus2, this is your 4 chord, just do it there on the 2nd fret. You can play all the strings. Preferably not so loud on the E string, otherwise it sounds more like an E, but the E is in the chord. Okay, so just review your E, that's your 1 chord, your C sharp minor, that's your 6 chord, your B is your 5 chord, and your A is your 4 chord. Alright, cool, so that's pretty simple. E, let's say we're doing that song Reckless Love. That song is 6, 5, 4, 1. Oh, oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chasing me down, but still I'm fine. Cool. Also, if we're doing maybe Our Great Is Our God, simple song. How great is our God, sing with me. How great is our God, oh, see how. Very nice song to play. Okay, let's move on to level 2. Chords in E, level 2. Okay, so now it gets pretty complex faster. The first 4 chords there are exactly the same as you just learned. Now we go on to a different B, a different A, and F sharp minor 7, G sharp minor 7. Now with these chords you can play almost any song in the key of E once you get to level 2. So B, this comes from your E shape, so if you play an E with these 3 fingers without the index finger, so you play E like that, okay, a normal E, then you just slide it up so that your index finger can be on the 7th fret, and then just like that. Bottom 2 strings are open, 7th fret, very nice B, your 5 chord, so now you can go, oh, yeah. to go E, G. So in some ways it's easier, but it's just a bigger shape. Okay, then we just slide that down 2 frets, 1, 2, and you get an A, which is really nice. So maybe better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house, better is one day in your courts, thousands elsewhere, thousands elsewhere. Okay, then we go into F sharp minor. So just play A sus 2 like that, and just put your middle finger at the top. F sharp minor 7. So I like to mute my A string for this. You don't have to, but and it's not written as muted on the chord chart, but I like it muted, so it sounds pretty cool. Okay, so you must be careful. This can sound just like an A if you don't really play this bass loud. So you gotta play that bass like a loud. And then G sharp minor 7, 2 frets up. The whole earth shakes, the whole earth shakes. Yeah. That's a part of Hosanna, the song by Hillsong United. Go learn that song, really good song to learn. Okay, then you can use that same shape for the F sharp as a C sharp minor. Okay, the other place you can play, and here you need to remember to mute your A string, very very important there. Oh, I didn't, on the chord chart, if you look there, I didn't write that as muted, but remember that note is muted, so don't play that note, otherwise you're gonna have a horrible C sharp minor. It's gonna sound like this. Ah, that's so bad. Okay, but I will fix the chord chart after uploading it. Okay, so let's go to the another C sharp minor. We're now at this chord. Okay, so there we go. It's the same as the previous one, just you add your middle finger there, then you got to mute the top string with your index finger. So just kind of let that index finger touch that top string. It's fretting there, but it's just touching the string above it. C sharp minory. Okay, now let's move on to the A, add 9 chord. Okay, so really nice. It's coming from this shape, the big A we learned just now. So then you just take those two and play them alone. It sounds so beautiful. You can do a lot of things with that, but that's a nice A. So it's like better is one day in your court, better is one day in your house, better is using different fingers. Okay, but you get the idea. And then A sus 2, the last chord on the page, there we go, is going to be very nice to use with this E. So you take this E, and then you just take your index finger down 1 and take your ring finger off. Cool. So that's pretty much for level 2. The next video will be songs in the key of E, and you guys can check that out. Okay, let's keep going to the level 3. Okay, let's go to level 3. All right, so now we start going into slash chords. Okay, so this first chord is, let's just make it a nice circle. Okay, so we're working on this chord. Cancel. Okay. So E slash G sharp, really nice chord. It's your 1/3 chord. Okay. So the way you play that is just index finger here, pinky on the 3rd string, and then remember to mute your A string, your 2nd string from the top. Then we go to the A sus 2. So what happens is you just take that index finger off. The ring finger. You take the ring finger off, and then you go to A sus 2. Really nice. Also nice to pick. C sharp minor 7, which sounds really cool. That's the next chord in the sequence. And then the F sharp minor 7. So C sharp minor 7, and then F sharp minor 7. Now the way you play this is you put your thumb there. really nice F sharp minor 7. What's that song? Waymaker. So A, Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. So I'm doing A, and then E, normal E, B that we learned on level 1, and C sharp minor. Did a 2 there instead of the 4. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, so G sharp minor is the same as the F sharp minor. It's just G 2 4. Okay, cool. Then the A add 9 that everybody knows that we learnt on the level 2. A add 9. A sharp 11. That's not the actual name for the chord, so just a little disclaimer. It's an A and it has a sharp 11. Very prominent, so I'm at the A sharp 11 now, and now you can use these 3 chords together. Let's just show you. I'm just going to highlight them there so you get an idea what you can do with it. So if I'm hanging on the A, which is the 4 chord in the song, A, I can go to A sharp 11. So let me just play Hillsong's the bridge for the song Hosanna. Heal my heart and make it clean. Now it's E. Show me every day the things I've seen. Now F sharp minor. Tell me how to love like B. Love me. Oh, break my heart for what breaks yours. Sharp 11, because they're hanging on this A chord for a long while. That was E slash D sharp. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. So we still use the level 1 chords a lot, but these others just give you a little bit extra there if you're picking, for example. Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. Page. Let's keep taking that down. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. So where fun is that? So my kids are listening to some nice music. Olifant jou groot dier. South African song. Anyway, that's just in the background. So C sharp minor, use the same shape as the F sharp minor. F sharp minor, D sharp minor, C sharp minor. Sorry, my B string's really troubling me. Okay, so C sharp minor. And then E. So this is a really nice E if you want to play in this section of the fretboard. So that's I'm doing C sharp minor. I'm going to E. A, which the A we learned from the A. Cool, right? And then B slash D sharp. C sharp minor, E, B, A. Now this one's not on the page. E, also really nice. So A. Well, I can't make you love. If it's not, you can't make the heart feel something wrong. Sorry, that's wrong chords for the song. But anyway, you get the idea of what you can do. If you are playing these chords and you've been playing them for a while, I know most of you like to just come out there, but really if you get to know these other chords, they really have a lot of depth that they add to your playing, and it's so much fun as well. So just like the chorus for Hosanna, actually I have some new strings here that I should put on, but you get the idea. It's really. Oh, here's another chord for B that I didn't put on the page, but it's really nice. C sharp minor, and you slide up 2 frets. So that's just 7, 6, mute, 8, 0, 0. This finger's not doing anything. There you go. Cool. So. Another thing you can do is to have octaves when you're on the 1. So just mute the D string here, and then you can just kind of play around with these octaves. Similar to the octaves, but it's major 6. So a major 6 is like the distance from there to there. That's your octave. Okay, that's your 7th, the flat 7. That's your 6th. Okay, so 6 is the minor 6. So the way you can do that is just. Interesting things end up here. So I would, if I'm maybe leading worship and I want to just have that one chord going, maybe somebody's given an altar call, or there's just a moment where you don't want too much movement, then you just kind of stay on that. Instead of playing a chord progression like you usually do, you can just kind of have like this bam thing. Go to a chord, then after this kind of thing, then it's really fresh. If you go to so I just had that sharp 11, and then I went back to the E. Cool. Okay guys, have a nice day and happy jamming in the key of E. We'll be following it up with lessons that are in the key of E, so you can actually use this. But just feel free to just Google and just get some nice songs in the key of E and jam it out. Alright.